Hello there, it's the Archivist from TradingCardArchives.com, and I am back for another Cards and Coffee. I've got my coffee, hopefully you've got yours. As you can see, we're going to have a very adrenaline-fueled Cards and Coffee this morning, for what it's worth. So this video, one way to understand this video is this is a lesson in not making jokes in YouTube comments, because this video happened because someone, I think, made a joke in a YouTube comment, but I don't know for sure. What they said is, please show us more Fast and the Furious cards. And I'm going to just go ahead and take them literally, and I'm going to say that they actually do want to see more of these Fast and the Furious trading cards, which we'll see in a second why that got qualified like this. And so we're going to open all of them today. We're going to open all of the Fast and the Furious cards that I have left. So that we've opened 2 out of 15, so that's 13. So we're going to see 13 more cards. There's only 1 card in each pack. So yeah, we'll see 13 cards of that today. But since those cards are really just, I mean, look, maybe you love them, maybe you love this show, maybe these cards are amazing. I don't really know. To me, though, these cards are not great. And so to make this interesting enough for me to be able to like go through this video without falling asleep, I'm adding some more stuff into the mix that is related. So Fast and the Furious is, of course, a movie franchise where, oh my God, I don't even know. They jump the submarine, they go to outer space. It's a crazy, crazy franchise. But basically, like The Rock and Ludacris and all these famous actors and everyone is driving cars and these really insane scenarios. And their cars are always like super souped up, weird looking vehicles and things. It's a crazy car show, basically, a weird car drama thing. Family for there's a whole Fast and the Furious is a whole entire thing now, is the best way I could describe it. And I know very little about it. I've seen, I think, 2 of the movies all the way through, and maybe a couple more I've seen parts of. But I certainly have not watched all of them, and definitely don't have them memorized or anything like that. I don't even know most of the main character names or anything. I know the cars well enough, so I know a lot about cars. The problem with this trading card set, though, is it doesn't actually have any of the cars because they didn't have licenses for the cars. They only had licenses for the actors and locations and things that happened in the film, not the cars. So none of the cards are car cards. So get ready for that too. So yeah, there's a lot of problems with that. But I brought out some more racing stuff basically. And so what I'm thinking we'll do here, it's like I said, we'll go through all of the rest of the Fast and the Furious that I have. We'll do that. And then we're going to open, let's say, well, I don't know how many of these do I have left. I have 5 of these left. We'll do 2 more. These are Initial D trading cards. Very rare cards to find. Still available, though. You can still buy this set. It just costs about $40. There's another set out now that costs even more, like $50, and it looks worse than this. So if you're looking for Initial D cards, get this box with the green one. This is the better. These cards are actually, like, they're not bad. They're not the best cards, but they're not bad. And if you love the show and you love the artwork of the show, these cards capture it very well. So this is a good set for fans of the Initial D show, I would say. It's the Sound Tunes set came out with the movie. We'll open 2 of those packs today. And then we're going to get some real life cards in here, cars in here too. So these are real cars, but they're in a movie. These are, of course, anime manga cards. And now this is NASCAR. So this is NASCAR 2022. So last year's NASCAR. And this is a blaster box of Chronicles. And what we'll do is we'll maybe go through and see if we can figure out which of these has the yeah, so this will be the memorabilia card, so we'll put it in there. Sorry. Each of these blasters comes with 1 memorabilia, and I think that's it. So I'm gonna put it there. I might have already opened it from this box too. Sorry if I did. But that is definitely the thickest pack in there. It might be a blank. Okay, and then to throw some more. Second pack of those. Sorry, I'm being a little bit indecisive and unorganized. I just got back from vacation, trying to get back into things again. This video might be too big for what I can handle right now, but we'll find out. We're gonna find out together. Besides this, I've got some just awesome fun videos planned for today. I want to do like a big waifu versus aliens battle. I think that'll be amazing. I've got more My Little Pony to look at, so that's always a crowd pleaser. I don't know why, but people honestly love those My Little Pony cards. Like every time I make a video about those, it's one of my most popular videos. In fact, one of the My Little Pony videos is still my most popular video ever made. So yeah, like you all commenters and people watching the videos and liking and subscribing, you control this channel a lot more than you probably think. Now, I'm not like a big statistics person. I'm going to do what I want for the most part. But if I see that like I put a video about My Little Ponies up and it gets 1,000 views in like an hour, well, I'm going to buy more My Little Pony stuff and we're going to look at more My Little Pony stuff. So if you want to see more of a certain kind of thing, comment, let me know. This whole video came about because of one person's comment, which was probably a joke. So, you have a lot of power to influence what happens on this channel by subscribing and commenting and all that kind of stuff. So keep that in mind. And while we're on the topic, we're also very close to 200 subscribers. We're at 184 right now, which is only 16 off of 200. If we hit 200, I'll do another giveaway. And I have a lot of cool stuff to give away. Like I have Batman boxes that probably have metal cards in them. Like each one probably has a metal promo in it. Still have 4 of those I could give away. I still have a Studio Ghibli MH01 pre-release box. That's like impossible to find. We could give that away. We've got Star Wars boxes, Spider-Man boxes, One Punch, lots of JoJo. There's so much stuff we could give away. So yeah, I would love to do another giveaway, but I need to hit some kind of milestone. So I think 200 would be the next milestone for that. Okay, sorry, I'm talking too much and not opening enough cards. Let's get this on the show on the road. So this is an interesting thing. So this is the NASCAR Don Russ Racing Hobby Box. This is a retail level product. Costs about, I don't know, $70 for the. I mean, it's like 120 new, but you'll get it for $70 or $60. This product is very popular. They print a lot of it, and it sells like crazy. When it came out, it was the #1 selling box for weeks. I don't know why, but there are apparently a lot of NASCAR fans who really like this particular product level. So this is the one that I bought, and it comes with 24 packs of 8 cards. So what we'll do, just because there are 8 cards in each of these, we'll only open a couple of these. And I don't want to try and fish through this. I'll look at the top 4 and fish out. I think that is probably, of the top 4, the best one. Okay, man, sorry, that was a long intro. Let's get this party rolling. So we've got a couple of NASCAR, a couple of Formula One, a couple of Initial D. We got a lot of Fast and the Furious. Now let's get through and actually take a look at this. So Fast and the Furious is what this video is kind of all about. This is the person wanted to see Fast and the Furious cards, so that's what we're doing. These are what they are. And so what happened is back when Card.Fun, as you know, is the company that publishes all the Disney 100 character boxes and that kind of stuff. When they started getting licensing deals, they started doing that with a group called Jason. Now, Jason is not a person. Jason is what's called a culture company in China. And so they are allowed to operate with one foot in the communist China economy and another foot out in the Western world. And they're allowed to partner with companies outside of China to license IP for companies inside China to use. So Universal cannot, on their own, produce a set of trading cards and sell it in communist China. It's not allowed. They have to partner with a culture company sanctioned by the communist government in order to do that. And Jason is the company that they all partner with. Disney, Universal, Marvel, they all work through this group Jason. And so Card.Fun is Jason's partner inside China. And Universal, Disney, all these other companies are their partner outside of China. And Jason bridges the two. And so you saw the Disney cards, those were very popular. But this property, Fast and the Furious, also got licensed this same way. It's not the only one. If you go out there, you'll see there are cards from the Pirates of the Caribbean ones are not in this category. Those are bootleg cards. But there are a set of Lord of the Rings cards that are made by Card.Fun and kind of similar to what you'll see in this. And those are also because of the partnership with Jason. And I don't remember who owns Lord of the Rings, Paramount or Trade. I don't remember, Tombstone, someone like that. I don't know who makes that one. But whoever did, they partnered with them. And also, The Matrix now has a set. And Assassin's Creed has a set. So I've tried to think of them all. There's like 5 or 6 that are outside of Disney, but in this same licensing arrangement. And so these are fully licensed cards, but they have a weird licensing restriction in that they only have the license to the film and what the rights holder, Universal, got rights for merchandising, right? And they didn't get merchandising rights for the cars. No one did, right? You can't make Fast and the Furious toy cars without getting a separate license with that car manufacturer. And so these are not going to be featuring the cars. And I've already opened a couple, and so we can kind of look at them. They feature the actors and scenes from some of the films. And so I'll put this behind here so you can kind of see it. But this is basically just a cell from the movie, one of the movies, but it's just an actor. I mean, there's cars in there, but the cars are not the featured thing, and they won't ever show the logos or anything like that. So this is one of the cards. We've opened that one already. I'll put that there so you can kind of see it. Here's another one that we've already opened, and you'll see it's basically the same thing. Now in this case, that's a scene when Ludacris was going to outer space. You can see they're in their little space suits, and the car is all covered in like silver foil. They actually built a car and drove it to outer space. That's what these movies are kind of all about. And then you can see that the cards themselves have some, interesting artwork on them. There are clearly these like weird bookmark shapes too, which I've never found a sleeve that works for this. There's team bags that will fit this, but they're expensive for what I would use these for, and I don't feel like needing it. So what I've done instead is just kept the packs, and I'm using the packs as kind of the sleeves for these cards. So that's what we have there. Now the way this product is sold is 2 different ways. There's a boxed set. You can buy the box set and it comes with 4 of these boxes inside of it. Or you can buy the boxes individually. And I bought them individually. Now the cards inside are the same no matter what. It's all randomized. So it doesn't matter what the image, like these 2 boxes have the same image on the front. It doesn't mean that they have the same cards in them. It's fully random. There's 4 different imaged boxes that you could get. I didn't want to pay the $30 for a full set of 4, including the outer box. If you really care about this franchise, you should probably get that. That's probably what you should do if you really want these, because that looks nice. It has a great display set. It's not going to be beat up like this, because these boxes can't really survive on their own in shipping. But if you want to save money and just see what the cards are like I did, you can buy the individual boxes, which is what I've got here. Now each individual box has, you'll see the different artworks. See, like these are all the different artworks that are available. That's that one, that's that one. I don't have a box with this art. That is one of the boxes that exists. And so I've already opened some from this, and there's 4, there are 5 of them in each of these boxes. There's 1 card in each pack. Here's the information from the back there. And you know, I know people will doubt me, but this is totally legit. Like, look this company up, look Card.Fun up. These are legitimate companies with legit licensing arrangements. This is not a bootleg product at all. It's a weird product. It probably shouldn't exist, but it is a completely legitimate licensed product, and we have all the documentation to prove that. So there's no that's not in question at all. Like some of the things we look at, it's a little bit in question. We're not sure. This one is 100% certain. This is a fully licensed product. There's no question, and they adhere to their licensing agreement too. They don't make par cards, which is how we know like that it's a fully licensed product. Because a bootleg product would just go nuts and print everything, right? To try and get as much interest as they can. Okay, so I've got all the packs out now. And we can see, let's see, there should be 13 of those. And then we've got these over here. So how do we want to run this battle now that we're like 20 minutes in and we haven't really opened anything yet? Sorry, I just got back from vacation and I'm going very slow. Why don't we open? Oh, that is, I'm really sorry that I didn't realize it's 16 minutes in here. I'll open some stuff really quick. We'll get going. Okay, so here's another of the cards, and you see it'll have the, in this case, one of the actresses, but not the car. Some of these cards can be signed, which might be interesting to see. Although those signatures are printed signatures from what I know. Although there may, like the flyer is hard to translate, it's possible that there are actual wet signatures on some of these. The flyer kind of makes it sound like there are, but if so, they would be very limited. And we certainly won't be pulling one by chance here today. So there's a different kind of card there. You can see they all have a numbering system on them, FFSR 56. So these are SR cards that I've been pulling so far, I guess. Let's see this one. Yeah, these are all SRs, SR. Which is something that can happen, right? Since these packs only have one card in each, you're not really even guaranteed a hit in one of those little boxes, right? So yeah, you could definitely get that. Let's see what we got left here. 4, 8, 10, 11. Let's get another one open, and then we can start to play around with these packs and see. Let's see what we get. I'm not entirely sure how to run this battle. Mostly I brought in these packs just so that I wouldn't get bored opening these, because I am sorry again. If you really like this movie or these movies, I'm very sorry for making fun of them. I'm not really making fun of them. I mean, they're very profitable films. They have earned a lot of money, and they've made like 9 of them. So congratulations! Like if you can get something made, that's amazing. Right, so I'm not dissing anyone here. It's just not maybe not for me is what I'm trying to say. How about we get a Formula 1 in now? Okay, so there's 5 of the Fast and the Furious cards. So you can kind of see what they're like. Let's pull a Formula 1 pack up and see what we get. Now this is a Formula 1 Blaster. And this is the retail level product. So this product, you can now get hobby boxes of this for like 50 bucks. So it's not worth much. And even if you get like a really good card in here, it's not going to be worth very much money. So don't get too excited about these, but we'll still get some interesting things, I think. This is probably the most interesting card we got here. It's one of the inserts, and it's sort of a classic design insert. So this is kind of what the cards used to look like. You know, whatever, if they made vintage vintage Formula 1 cards, which they did back in the day, but they didn't have that car. That car is a very modern, that's a very modern Williams car on it. And you can see that this set didn't have any problems getting licensing for the cars themselves, right? These cars are on the cards and are fully licensed. So there's some of the drivers, and of the cars. That's Formula One. Why don't we get another one of these popped here? Formula One is the sport of kings, so to speak, because it is very expensive to run a car in that. Here we have another SR. I was going to say it's Vin Diesel, but that is not Vin Diesel. Who is that? That is... I don't know who that is. I'm bad at recognizing people. Well, let's put that down maybe right there. And then, let's see, we've got 10. We should probably get one more, and then we can open another pack of something else. I've had these on the shelf forever, and I know, like, some commenters are always like, why did you ever buy these? And it's not something I would choose to buy. Like, if I walked into a store and saw a box of Fast and the Furious cards, I would not buy them. Mostly it was because at that time, Card.Fun was just getting started as a company. They had just appeared on the market, right? Like, they really did not exist prior to that point. And so I've been trying to, or I had been trying to figure out like all the different companies and how it all worked. So at that point, I was sort of buying everything, which is how I ended up with these. So here we have another picture of one of the drivers. And this card is interesting because you can see it's foiled. And it's an SSR. So this is the highest rarity card we've ever pulled so far. But you can see that all the cards are still basically the same. They're these bookmark designs with a film cell inside of them. Why don't we look at a NASCAR Chronicles now and see what we get in there. I love these Chronicles sets. What they are reprint sets, 100% of reprint set of everything that Panini did that year. Like everything they did, every single thing they did, and they're all kind of mixed up in these boxes. And so what that means is you can get cards from all sorts of different products. Like we'll see here when I pull this out, you're gonna immediately understand what I'm talking about. And that looks like it's a signature card, but it's actually not. It's you'll see, it's just a different kind. So this card is from the from the Absolute Racing series. Absolute Racing. This is Pedal to the Metal. What is that called? Victory Lane. So if you would have bought a hobby box of Victory Lane NASCAR, you could have gotten this card. Or you can get it from the Chronicles set. Here's a PVC Donruss Optic. Now the trick is these are not exactly the same thing. You see here it says Chronicles Clearly Donruss. So this card, this exact card, has a version that is Clearly Donruss Racing and another version that is Chronicles Clearly Donruss Racing. And the Chronicles one is going to be worth, you know, whatever, slightly less, right? Neither one is probably worth a whole lot since they're just base cards, but anyway, that's how that sort of works, Chronicles. Now this is that fat card we were looking at. We thought it was going to be something really awesome, right? But no, in fact, this is just what's called Spectra Racing. It is a Prism, which is kind of cool, but it still is just a Spectra card. It just happens to be like 150 point. And what really is kind of neat here is you can see that Panini just reuses the art, right? They had one photo. Like, I don't know, why not buy 2 photos of Britney? Like, Britney must have had more than one photo of her taken, right? Why is only one used on both cards? But that's Panini for you. They work that way. They'll license one image and then use it in every single set, which can make Chronicles kind of fun and interesting to open for that reason. So here's another Fast and the Furious. Let's see what we got. Looks like another foiled card. That's kind of cool. Oh, it's actually the exact same foiled card. It's a dupe. How can that happen? So it's a dupe. Is it the exact same? Now I'm just curious. What I'm curious about here is it the exact same film frame, or is it two different film cells with slight differences, or is it exactly the same film cell from two different prints? And I think we've got an answer there. If we put it just like this, you can see that even though it looks like it is exactly the same frame, it's two different frames. So you know how film works is it sort of has, frames of the animation on each of these little cells, and then they go through one at a time. And so she was probably walking across the scene, and you can see that in frame 1, she was a little bit further back, and in frame 2, she's a little bit further up. So that's kind of neat, at least. We did get dupes, unfortunately. But the dupes have then similar frames from the same kind of scene in the film, but they aren't exactly the same frame. That's cool because that kind of gives me a little more faith that those are actually really from some print of the film, right? Because you could also just print film cells. Like, that's a thing you can do. So they could have just printed film cells and put in the cards, but because they aren't exactly the same, I don't think that's what they did. If they had printed them, they would be exactly the same. And they would overlap perfectly. So kind of gives it a little bit of an air of authenticity, if you will. So here's another one, but this one is going to be just an SR, yeah. So it's not foiled. That's sort of how I can tell now. Nice. But I mean, if you like collecting film cells, this is an interesting way to do it. Oh, for sure. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I got a little bit of cough there. Yeah, that's super cool. Why don't we get a pack of Initial D opened? So this is Initial D. Initial D is, oh man, if you have never watched an episode of an Initial D anime, go on YouTube and just watch a little bit. It is amazing. It's a drifting racing show with all this kind of drama too. It's like super high drama, a lot, like anime drama, like, oh, she left me, oh, she's back with me again. It's like all that kind of stuff over and over and over again. And also has all these awesome car scenes. They draw the cars so well in this show. It's like kind of shocking. And then, like, I call it a show, it's also a manga. It mostly started out as a manga. But yeah, these cards are actually like good cards, I would say. I don't think I'll buy another box, but you could buy more boxes. It's a very interesting set too because it has a ton of rarity levels. 9 different rarity levels exist for this set. ZR is level like 2, starting from the lowest. So this is a very common card. And you can see it has kind of a darker color here. This color changes for each of the levels. This is the level 1, so the least rare cards. So these are going to be like very base cards. This is 1 level up higher. So this would be the hit of the pack, so to speak. Although this is still like 7 levels off the top rarity. And I have never pulled anything higher than TMR, which is just 2 off the top rarity. This is the base rarity now. These USR cards are the base rarity cards. But you can see how amazing the line art of the cars are. Now imagine that artwork in motion, right? It is awesome to watch, like really, really pretty to watch. So that's why I recommend this show, even if you aren't that interested in cars, just because the artwork is so good. And kind of like watercolory, colored pencil sort of style to it all. Now this looks very flashy again, but this is also a base card. Same rarity level as that. You can tell by the color on the back. So there's some more racing cards for you. That's what we're doing. We're doing racing stuff today. At least that was the kind of the idea. We've got 5 packs left over here, and we're about to have 5 packs left over there. So we're going to be able to do maybe 1 and 1. And this video probably going to be about 40 minutes in the end. Which, if you've seen my Cards and Coffee before, that is not that weird. That's actually pretty normal, I would say. So this one is SR14, which looks like this, but isn't quite exactly the same as that. I'll put it over there. Okay. Then let's look at our Don Ross. So this box is, like I said, the newest box. It just came out a couple months ago. You can already get it about half the price. The cards aren't really going to be worth a whole lot unless you hit like a major auto or major mem card. But there is this contest to win a trip to Daytona. If I pull a card with an entry in it, I'll show it, and whoever gets it first can go ahead and enter. I don't care. I'm not going to enter that. I wouldn't want to go to the Daytona 500. Sorry, it's really hot. When I was growing up, my father took us to many racing events of all types: dirt racing, motorcycle racing, snowmobile racing. The snowmobile races were cold; they were not hot. But all of the other racing events were very hot, and that's kind of the one thing I remember. And so I don't especially want to go to like a Daytona event. I just don't want to be that hot all the time. So okay, anyway, sorry, a little bit of a digression there. And so these are not Donruss optic cards. So optic cards are printed on PVC like this, and are generally thought of as a higher end card. They're still mid-tier for what Panini produces, but they're a little bit higher end than this. This is just paper. So Donruss without the optic is only paper cards. And they're very plain paper cards, as you can see. Color printing, no foil. There isn't even, like you would see on these, there's like a foiled tops logo. This doesn't even have that. Nothing is foiled at all on the base card. It's purely just a color printed cardboard card. And so those are the base. So we got a couple base cards here. Maybe put those here so they're a little bit out of the way. And then we have a maybe these are, what are these, driver cards? Retro, okay. So these are retro design cards. They definitely look retro. But again, you just have like just paper. There's nothing on these at all that would make me interested in collecting them as a collector. Mostly these are really just very plain cards. So what is this? Metal Masters. Okay. Oh, well, that's something kind of interesting. So what we can do is go look up what this is. So this is going to be, obviously one of the inserts. It looks pretty though, and it's got a very cool, like a fireworky effect on it, sort of. It's not numbered at all, but it's still maybe short printed. So what I'll do is I'll just go look this card up really quick, just to see if it is special at all, and I'll be right back. All right, well, it probably is a short print, but it doesn't sell for a lot. We're looking at about a $5 card. That's pretty much what you got here. Although, wow, I love whatever that foil effect is. It's really good. That's a very good foil effect on that card. I'm not joking. That's a really good effect. So they did a good job, at least on that. And then this is going to be just one of the optic cards. So this is chrome stock, not paper stock, and has foil stamping all over it. But this is a Donruss optic. Let me see if I have the base one here. I don't have a base, but this is the same color. You can see they have the same designs, but this one is paper, and this one is chrome. So two different stocks, and also two different sort of treatments on them. And so you can get optic, you'll get one optic card in every pack that you open from Donruss. But if you want to get lots of Donruss optic cards, you should buy the Donruss optic hobby box. And so then this is the Win a NASCAR experience. And I guess this is open until 12/22/23. So this contest is still open. So get ready. Go ahead, whoever wants to. Give yourself an entry. Give it a try. I did not use that code, so that code is live. If you are watching this video, feel free to try and use it. You know, someone else might have used it, but there it is. And I'm gonna put that away now because yeah, like I said, I don't plan on keeping that, but you're welcome to the prize if you win it. Let me know if you do win it. I'm interested. But you know, it's just not. I don't know. I mean, it would be cool, I guess, to go, but I don't think I would want to take off work and stuff for that. Okay, so this is another SR, and the film cell is. I'm not sure, driving a truck or something. I'm not sure what that is actually. There we go. And why don't we grab another Chronicles? And then, yeah, we'll keep going like this. We're almost done, don't worry. We're getting there, we're getting there. Some more thick cards in here. Drink your coffee. Okay, so this is a Timeless Treasures. So this card is, you know, this set is typically a very high-end set. Although again, since you're looking at a reprint, it's not going to be worth a whole lot. And the base cards are never worth that much anyway. But this one is a green parallel from black, which is kind of neat. Ty Gibbs. Not a numbered parallel, but still. It's the green parallel version of it. Interesting PVC card there, Ryan Blaney. And then we have Overdrive. That's a cool card. I mean, it's kind of a retro sunset look to it, I guess. Got a cool look to it. I mean, that actually looks pretty cool, I would say. That's probably the best looking card. That one's not bad. Chase Elliott always looked like a small child. Sorry, Chase. I'm sure you're a very tough guy, but you look like a small child to me. Yeah, okay, so this is another entry, but this is last year's contest. So you won't be able to enter this one. This contest expired. Sorry. It's the same contest, but you can enter this one. You can't enter this one. They're two different I mean, you could go ahead and try. It might. I mean, this code might still work, but I doubt it'll work. I think you're going to need that code. But you know, feel free to give it a try if you'd like to. All right, we gotta keep moving here, man. I'm so slow today. I'm sorry. I need to catch up. I need to drink more coffee, get back on my game. I haven't been doing videos for a week. That's kind of why I'm a little bit out of it. Man, just another base card. We don't really seem to pull any heat out of these packs. Always just these SRs. And I'm not saying they look bad. They look just fine. But they are just the SRs. We've only gotten 2 SSRs, and they were a dupe. I laughed because, you know, it's kind of funny. What do you say? How about another F1? And remember, this is the really base. What are they? This is called Flagship F1. I have here. What do I have here? I have. Yeah, here's something. So this is Topps Chrome Formula One Hobby. So this is a hobby of Chrome. This one pack costs about $20. Not joking. $20 for this pack, and it only gets more expensive. These chrome boxes do not go down in price. Don't think you can wait them out. You can't. They just go up. And that's because there will always be autographs left in that set that people haven't found yet and they want. And so those hobby boxes go up. The flagship ones go down. These you can wait and they just get cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. And the cards in them are never going to sell for a whole lot. So different dynamics, right? Different product ranges, different dynamics, different customer bases. Topps is trying to get retail customers, people who walk into a Target and just want to open some cards with this set. They're not trying to, satisfy collectors with this set. Whereas with the Chrome, they are absolutely trying to satisfy collectors. So this is a numbered parallel to 99 of that card. So that's a blue. And this set has F2 in it as well. So F2 is just the precursor to F1. Kind of like the minor leagues for F1 would be one way to, that would be one way to kind of think about it. And then we got this. So this Lewis Hamilton is a parallel of the normal 44 card in the base set. Lewis Hamilton, I mean, obviously, I'm sure you know who he is, even if you don't follow F1, but he is the Mercedes driver and essentially one of the top, I mean, I'm going to go ahead and say it, the best driver in the entire world. I don't think there's anyone better than Lewis Hamilton at handling a car, and I think that's kind of undisputed. So this is, okay, so this is a specific win at a specific race. That's what this card is commemorating. The Grand Prix win at Saudi Arabia 2021. The Saudi Arabian track is a really interesting track. It's, I don't know, it's like out in the desert, but it looks so futuristic. If you ever get a chance to see it, check it out. Even on Google Maps or something, it looks crazy. If you ever drive it in one of the games, or in real life, I don't know, maybe you're an F1 driver. I'm not an F1 driver, but in the games I can be. And I have driven that course in the games, and it is kind of an interesting one. So here we have, I guess, another foil. And this is going to be an SSR01. Super nice. And so I guess all the SSRs seem to feature this woman, and I forgot her name, and I feel really bad about that. I'm going to pause because I need to figure out her name. I'm going to feel bad. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry. Of course, it's Michelle Rodriguez. Of course, I should have known that. This is a kind of an interesting card, though, because it's like it says the beginning, Los Angeles, 2001. That must have been the very first Fast and the Furious. So that's kind of a cool card, but it seems all the SSRs feature Michelle Rodriguez so far. That's, no, I don't blame them. She's a nice looking lady, but where's Vin Diesel? What I've heard is he's not in this, and you won't see him on any of these cards. Is kind of what I've heard. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I've heard. We will find out because we're gonna open them all. Here is Don Ross again. These are going to be our 3 base cards. And if the pack works like the last pack, we're also going to get 3 of these. I guess we got 2 retros this time and some insert here. Race Kings insert. Race Kings. Still probably not worth a whole lot. So I'll just throw that right there. And then, ooh, okay, we got another kind of fireworksy looking card. And our optic is a driver portrait. It's a retro optic, which is cool. You don't often get those. That's nice. And then here's your entry if you want to try and win again. If you follow my videos, you could get 24 chances to win because you'll get one of these in every single card, every single pack. And there's 24 packs in that box. So, if you want to try and win, go for it. And then let's see, what do we got here? So this is the Elite Series. It's got that same fireworks foil on it. Like it looks like exactly the same foil. Not numbered. Different driver. Let's go look this card up and see if it's short printed. I'll be right back. No. So this is about $1 to $3. So probably more like $1. So it looks pretty, but it's not worth a whole lot. Grab this one right here. I have no idea how to do showcases of these. I'm gonna have to like experiment with materials to try to make something that will actually show this up. What do we got here? So this is Michelle Rodriguez again as a driver. But this is now just an SR. There's an SR. And then before we open the last pack, we'll open one of these. And I apologize, we are now at 44 minutes. But I think, like, from what I've seen of analytics, nobody actually sits and watches all these videos, which thank God, because oh my good Lord, you would be so bored if you did that. Instead, they kind of skip through and see the parts they like. So I think that's the way to do it. If I were you, that's how I would do it. I'm just kind of looking here to see, but these are all going to be, well, this one might be a TMR, but these are going to be base cards. So why don't we flip them here and take a look. So there's another KPC. And again, that is base. So that's not like an advanced card or anything like that. Oh God, and we got dupes. Oh man. Oh, that really hurts. These cards are very expensive and very rare. And so getting a dupe in the same pack like that is painful. Like that hurts a lot. Man, I'm sad that happened. And I already had this USR too. Okay, well, we only have 3 packs left. And I still have never pulled anything higher than like level 3 from this. And there's 9 levels. So yeah, very tough pulls in this box. In fact, I kind of have to say like maybe don't buy this one. It seems really hard to pull from unless you're like specifically interested in initial D trading cards, then go ahead. But oh my goodness, if you want to like complete your collection, don't even try. It's not even, you'll never get close. You're never gonna get close. Okay, this is our last chance to pull something big, and we did not. We got an SR12. In fact, the same SR12 as that. Although again, if we do this trick, we should see that they are not exactly the same. Yeah, you can. Oh, well, actually those two, no, there's a little bit of a blur there. So you can see they, yeah, I can definitely tell they're not exactly the same frame, but they're very close. So those frames came like right next to each other. Okay, so that's Fast and the Furious. You asked, now you've seen everything I have. I don't have any more, so you won't have to suffer through any more of that. You're welcome. Probably the best card we pulled is this SSR featuring Michelle Rodriguez, and the only reason this is probably the best is because it is, you know, Los Angeles 2001, and that's some cool artwork. That's downtown LA. That's my city. So I sort of do like this card personally as a Los Angeles resident, but not so much because it's a Fast and the Furious card. And then otherwise, I don't know. I mean, we got a numbered card from the F1. That was cool. But I'm pretty sure like maybe this is probably the most expensive card we got at $5. So it's not a great pull day today. But there you go. There you are. About 50 minutes of me opening racing trading cards, cashing out my Fast and the Furious. We don't have to deal with that anymore. Hope you enjoyed the video. And yeah, have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.